everybody, my name is Jacob Tron of ChasingCinema.com. Today I'm going to be talking about Kingsman Secret Service. Now, Kingsman Secret Service was a film that came out earlier this year, probably not much longer than a few months ago. And this $80 million went over to gross $400 million worldwide, so there's no surprise that there is talks of a sequel. Now, nothing has been confirmed, Fox hasn't made an official announcement, but Matthew Vaughn, the director of this film, has spoke openly about wanting to make a sequel to this film. Kingsman Secret Service was a movie that a lot of people enjoyed, a lot of people had fun with. It was a very outlandish action, dark comedy, very similar to his film Kick-Ass, that I absolutely loved. However, I really dislike Kick-Ass 2, so this does kind of make me nervous, but that is because they decided not to go with the original filmmakers between Kick-Ass. So maybe they'll actually make sure, if the sequel does go through Fox, they're going to keep Matthew Vaughn and his co-writer, Jane Goldman. So this is a movie that everyone else seemed to really love, and I just seem to kind of enjoy. It's something that I've, to be honest, forgotten about. It's not something that's been on my mind. But a lot of people did enjoy this movie, and there were some really great elements to it, but I think it was a little bit confused on which direction I wanted to go, and sometimes too silly to have that edgy silliness of it, where Kick-Ass was like, you know, it was edgy, and it was funny because of how edgy it was, and how somewhat ridiculous this is. This movie, I felt, tried too hard to be funny and kind of on that edge, so I felt it didn't come off that natural. But, however, again, making over $400 million worldwide says a lot about a movie. And I think Matthew Vaughn is a great, underrated director who, well, I don't want to say underrated, but a director that doesn't get talked about as much as he should be. I loved Kick-Ass. I absolutely loved X-Men First Class. And I just think he's a really talented filmmaker. So he hopefully will return, since he's said that he wanted to make a sequel, and he also said that Kingsman Secret Service was a prequel to Eggsy's story. That's our main star. So that means that the sequel could either take place later in a little bit in the future, where Eggsy is actually a full-time Kingsman. But that does leave a question if Colin Firth will return, playing his role as his mentor. Because if it's in the future, maybe Colin Farrell won't be around. Well, in all honesty, Colin Farrell can't be around because he's dead. I actually forgot that until right now. He does get shot at the very end of the film. But that doesn't mean he can't return. In a world where characters' heads are popping off the way they do, you can't say Colin Farrell faked his death or something outrageous like that. That could work. But I'm not sure if he'll return. And like I said, all of this is just kind of in talks right now. That's all it is. It's in conversation. Nothing has been announced. Nothing has been official. So I'm not really sure if this is... but even as Vaughn said, this is a quote, I wanted to get back to that real quick. Got a feeling we'll figure out a way for having Colin back. So if they are going to move on with the sequel, I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot of familiar faces. Hopefully Matthew Vaughn and his co-writer stick onto the project, as well as Taron Egerton and Colin Firth. So how do you guys feel about the Kingsman film? Do you want to see a sequel? Did it leave you that excited where you'd want to see Kingsman 2? Let me know down here in the comment section. Also, make sure to hit that like button to show your support. Hit the subscribe button so each day you are constantly updated with movie news and casting details, movie updates, reviews, podcasts, all that fun stuff. Each day I'm updating here on YouTube. Make sure to go to ChasingCinema.com, as well as following me and Chasing Cinema social media sites, so you can find all here in the description box. And, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jacob Tron. Please continue chasing cinema.